All right, welcome to another edition of Metro on the Move. I'm just basically going to be doing a live stream showcasing my backpacking gear for 2024, lightening the load a little bit, taking some items out, but just wanted to show you the items that I'm using on the summer, but also how I pack my backpack. If for those advanced hikers out there, this may not be a good video for you, but again, in this video, is just going to cover some of the items in my backpack, what I've been using this summer. Also, some of these items you'll probably see it in an upcoming video that's going to be coming out this week. So if you're interested in that, make sure you go ahead and tune into the channel. It's going to be coming out probably either today or tomorrow, a new video. It is a PMT through hike video. Actually got to do this with Cody Wonders. He's a Instagram photographer. Make sure you check him out over on Instagram. But anyway, this is the gear I used on trail, and I'm just going to be covering that in today's live stream. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into it and just start talking about some of the gear I have down here below. All right, so this is my primary backpack. This is the Ultralight Southwest 3400 backpack. I've been using this now probably for about 3 years. This is a 55-liter backpack, and this has more than enough space for me and all my gear, especially in the summer. I can roll this down, especially if I don't have to pack this out as full. But I do want to go through some of the items in terms of what's in this front pouch, and that way you can see what I carry there, and then go from there. All right, so what I like to carry on trail is a light load towel. This is something I use for my Dyneema tent to make sure if I get any moisture or anything on the tent in the morning, I make sure I wipe it off with that. And this is really nice. It's easy to dry out, and obviously it's very durable, so check that out. I also use a Kanak or Knock or whatever you want to call it, water bladder. Now I do have a new piece of gear that I might be swapping out, and I'll show that in a few minutes. But what this is the 2-liter. This is one that's going to fit the Sawyer squeeze in terms of the thread. This is a pretty solid water filter. If you don't know what this is, I don't know who you are in terms of a backpacker, but that's okay. This is my water filtration system. Pretty simple. I use a rubber band to keep that connected. Also keep that in the front pouch. My steak bag. This is an Almonds Right Dyneema steak bag. This is an excellent piece of gear. I've been carrying this for a while now, but what I do is obviously I carry my steaks in it, but I carry that in the front pouch here for easy access to make sure it doesn't puncture anything. But I do carry a variety of different steaks with me on trail. I'll show you a few of them. So actually Z-Packs actually reached out and said, hey, can you review some of these carbon fiber steaks? I don't know if you can see that or not, but this is a carbon fiber steak from Z-Packs. I like these. They're light and they work pretty well, but they do snap. I've had them used multiple times on trail, and I guess it's mostly from people stepping on them, because if you step on this at all, this is going to not give it all and it will break. So at trail days, I had to pick up a few more, because at trail days, I got stepped on a few times. I also use a Z-Packs Ultralight steak here. I think this is a longer one here. And I also like to use the Tokes Shepherd's Hook. Now I did pick up a tarp recently, so I do use another set of steaks as well for those as well. I'll talk about that in a second. But Almonds Right Dyneema steak bag. And those were my steaks that go inside there, front pouch. And then I have a poop kit here from Space Bear Bags. This is where I keep my items, such as my trowel. I guess I should show that. That's on file. Apex Giant Dirt Diggler, the 6.5, the big boy. Or maybe that's the small boy. Oh, 6.5. I guess that's the average, 6.5. Anyway, some sanitizer. A Dyneema bag here, keeps all my stuff in there. And I do like that a lot. Keeps it nice and organized. Now, this last thing is kind of like an old man thing. This is maybe up to you. You maybe like this, maybe you wouldn't like this. But for me, I do. It is a canteen, but I do not drink out of this. As you can see, I put not for drinking purposes. In other words, this is going to be where I use this at night in my tent if I don't want to get out and call of nature and so forth when it comes to the number one. But canteen here for that. Now this is the 32 ounce. I wish I would have got the 48 ounce, but this will do just fine. A funny story though. It is, once you fill it up, you know, in the morning, if you're around mixed company, you gotta get rid of it somehow. So I've had to kind of nestle it like a baby, go into the woods and then dispose of it. But anyway, you get the idea. Canteen. There you go. So that goes all in the front pouch of my backpack. I'll go ahead and put that back there in a second. But before we get to that, I just wanted to show you the reason why I like this backpack. And this is a Dyneema backpack for the most part. Everything's seam sealed. I've never really had any water leaks, but I do have some reinforcement in terms of how I keep myself organized. I'll go through that in a second. But this is a Dyneema backpack, 55 liters, more than enough space, right? I don't know if you can see inside there. I'm trying to open it up just right. Oh, maybe. Anyway. So on the front here of my backpack, I do have this Waymark, which unfortunately they are no longer in business. This is a stretchy pouch from my phone. That's pretty much a given. And then on the front here, I like this backpack because I do have these zippered areas where I can keep things like, I don't know, stickers for people that I meet on trail. I did just recently make some new stickers, guys. Not the hologram one, but they're actually going to be, I think it's glitter. So I'll have the limited edition stickers from it. Anyway, I keep these on me on trail, hand them out. Not saying you would do that, but that's what I do. I keep that in my front bag. Also, I keep some vitamin I on hand, as well as some mace, just in case I meet somebody I don't like so much I need to make a fast break for it, but hopefully I never have to use this. Alright, on the other side is probably my keys. Probably nothing in here right now. Yeah, it's open. Keys and snacks and stuff. Alright, so before I get into how I pack my pack, I want to show you how I store my quilt. I have this Dyneema quilt here. I got a couple people in the room. Caveman Hiking, what's going on? Johnny Camper, what's going on, guys? Welcome. April Watkins. Hey, guys, what's going on? I love your videos. Thank you so much for being here. So Dyneema bag here from Ultralight. This is the roll top. You want to use this for your quilt because it's a lot easier to stuff. Right now I have the 30-degree Enigma from Enlightened Equipment. You might have seen this in a few videos, but I took this out recently and it was way too hot. So I needed to use something a little bit lighter and also something that's going to not be necessarily as hot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap this out. And I'm going to use this. This is the Get Out Gear Mega Puffy Blanket. And I got this last year from them, and I love this. This is perfect for when you don't need a lot, but you still want a little bit of loft in terms of, this is a nice quilt. I think it's right around a pound or less. But as you can see, this is the Mega Puffy Blanket here. And this will work just fine as a summer quilt. I like this because you can snap it down need to, but also if you want to wear it around you, this is perfect. Summer quilt, check it out, Get Out Gear. This is the Mega Puffy Blanket. So again, I would just basically take this item and stuff it into my bag. Sonara says, I really want to get into backpacking. Yeah, it is a fun sport for sure. Have a lot of fun out there, a lot of memories, but as you can see, you stuff it inside this pod here. And again, this is very water resistant, so if I get into a rainstorm, I don't have to worry about this getting wet. And all I do inside of this Ultralight mountain gear pod here, basically roll it down. And then snap. Alright, so with that being said, I take this and I go ahead and I put this at the very bottom of my backpack. I want the lightest item here to be in my backpack at the bottom. Alright, I guess I should say on the side I've got 2 water bottles there, but that's pretty self-explanatory. Smart water bottles, I'll put those back in a bit. Alright, and then before I get into the next piece here, I wanted to show you how I load them in after that. Now, some people say, oh, do you put your tent down at the bottom? No, I can keep this towards the top because when I get to camp, this is one of the first things I'm going to be taking out. So I want to have this more towards the top. I tend to put more heavier items in the middle of the pack, and that'd be my cook system or anything that has weight. I'm going to want to put that more towards the center of the pack, right? So let me go ahead and show you a couple things. The first pod here is an inside bag. Now I learned this from Johnny Camper. Johnny Camper showed me a technique to keep yourself organized, to keep all of your items inside or outside the tent, so that way you know where things are at, but more specifically things I don't need until I get to camp. So again, down at the bottom towards the quilt. Now I have this Lucy light. This is not necessarily ultralight, but this is a rechargeable light, and I love using this at camp. It's been nice, especially when it's just pitch black out and you just want to have a little bit of light before you have lights out for the night. This is a inflatable. Basically pull it and it lights up and illuminates. I guess I can show you how that looks from a luminescent perspective. You'll get the idea. It just blows up like a camp light. Anyway, I also have the FlexTail Zero pillow here. I'm not going to take that out, but awesome pillow. I've done reviews on that. If you want to check it out on my channel. This is the stuff sack for my Thermarest Neo Air X Lite sleeping pad. Excellent sleeping pad. I've had it for 5-6 years now, and I never had an issue, never had a pop. Great sleeping pad. And I put that inside of a Montbell 2-liter stuff sack. So inside of here, this is more of my items, especially if it gets cooler. This is my Copperfield, copper, something like that, wind pants from Enlighten Equipment. So I put this on, especially if it gets too cold, if I'm in windy areas. And I also have the Cinchi. Let's pull this out. This is a Wren, so you can imagine this is if it gets cold out, I throw that on, and I'm good to go. So what I do is basically keep that on hand for cooler conditions. Stuff that inside of a Montbell stuff sack. Inside of here is my electronic bag. What I keep is my charging kit, power bank, and so forth. Got that. Trail, it'll be okay. And thank you, Rob Pelton, Leave No Trace. Got a chance to meet up with him recently. He's out there in Colorado. Actually, he was just in South Dakota with Buckley and Ghost, and now he's heading down to Colorado. But anyway, Nightcore, power bank. I have various different cords and charging and stuff in that. They go through all that. Inside here, FlexTail. This is a zero pump. This thing is awesome. Also the different attachments for the different types of sleeping pads that I use, as well as my Nightcore headlamp. Keep all that inside this pod here. Again, everything packs down real simple. Easy to put away. Have all that there. I can stuff that back later. All right, so take that, put that pod down at the bottom. Very heavy inside bag. Next here, it's probably gonna be my cook system, my food bag, other things as such. Obviously, I don't need to pull this up. This is Toke's 750. Thank you. I got that picked up at Trail Days. Inside of a Light AF Dyneema stuff sack here. And then this is actually something cool. You guys need to check that out. I'm not going to go through all the food, but this is a Hilltop Packs Eco Pack. It's a custom pack that they can make for you, any design that you like. Check them out. I got my logo on there. It's kind of cool. Anyway, put that in my second pod with my cook system. And then that goes down here at the bottom. Then I take my tent. For those that don't know what tent I'm using, This is the Hyperlight Unbound 2 tent. This is something that I definitely recommend picking up. Ultralight tent, about 22 ounces, same size as, say, most two-person tents on the marketplace. Great size for me. I'm 6'1", but if you want more information on that, check that out. But that's my Dyneema tent here, and I put that towards the top of the pack, like such. All right, so new item here. I wanted to show this. This is kind of cool. Adventure with Nick and Rachel. Where are we going? I'm actually going back out to the Pine Mountain Trail, but I am going to be doing a section of the AT from Bly Gap into Fontana Dam. So I'm going to be doing a good section of the Appalachian Trail in October. So that's coming up very soon. But August, I'll be heading out to the Pine Mountain Trail to hang out with some of my friends, Johnny Camper and a friend named Nathan. So then I just picked this up. This is a Dyneema quilt. A Dyneema tarp that I picked up from Z-Packs. Now, what's cool about this is that I can use this in rainy situations very easily. It's super light, easy to pitch up. I've got some extra stakes for that, which is what I've got over here. Again, in case you're just tuning in, this is the Z-Packs carbon fiber stakes and a shepherd's hook. This just happens to be some miscellaneous odds and ends that I have left, but I stake it out. This is my extra gear for rainy situations. I would keep that more on the front, so I'm gonna keep that to the side here. As far as rain gear goes, I do have a stuff sack here for that. This is going to be the same old. I've been using this for years. This is the Hyper Air Gore-Tex from North Face. I've just refinished this with some Nick Wax. I've had no issues with this. It is an incredible piece of gear. I also have a rain kilt that I keep here on hand. It's one of the pockets. There we go. Inside the pocket I keep my rain kilt. So I've got my rain system just very easy to get to inside of a stuff sack right up at the top. Again, it makes it easy so I don't have this just flopping around. Now some people are like, oh, I just stuff it inside. But yeah, you know what? This is what I do, and that's fine. You don't have to do what I do. That's the beauty of backpacking. But what do I do with that? Very simple. Stick that right at the top. So I'll go through my chair here. This is the REI FlexLight Air Chair, 1 pound inside of a custom pack here from Hilltop Packs. They can do any design. You don't have to have my ugly mug on it. But shameless self-promotion, why not? Put that at the top. Also, something cool I think everybody should have is this. Let me give a couple shout outs too. So we got Polera, Joey Outdoors, Wallow Hikes. Hello everybody, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, welcome. Again, gear I'd recommend here. This is a Hilltop Packs welcome mat. It's something that you want to put down by your campfire for all your gear to organize things, or if you want to go to a top of a mountain, take a picture, that's great, but it does serve a couple purposes. You can put your gear on top at camp, like, you know, cook system, miscellaneous items, things of that nature. It's just nice to have. Hilltop Packs, check that out. You can pick that up as a welcome mat. But if you want to make your own, very easy to do. You get a footprint like such. And I recommend doing this, having a piece like this just to stick next to your gear at camp. What do I do that for? I put all my stuff on there again to keep everything organized, nice and neat. Definitely recommend that. Thank you to Johnny Camper again for the idea on that. He actually had this customized for me and brought to me. This is a marmot footprint that he had cut down. So thank you for that. Also, another cool piece of gear I recommend picking up is this Dutchware sit pad. How cool is that? Stone Ape Adventures, what's up, bro? How are you doing? Welcome to the channel. Got a little sit pad here from Dutchware. This is cool because it folds up like such. But what I like to do, again, fold it in, multi-purpose. And then if you're gonna have a handkerchief, make sure it's blaze orange. You can put that on your backpack to help in areas where you might get congested with hunters, sorry. Stake bag, coop system, water filtration, all that stuff in the front. Old man bag, just like that. Extra stakes. Now I'm gonna put these over the side here. Tarp system, good to go. All right. And then at the top here, you'll see I have my trekking poles. These are the Alpine Corp from Black Diamond. Love these. Excellent. Also, I have a cut down piece from a Zoll. I'll use this one and try to kneel down on things. I've cut down multiple pieces. Recommend that. Put that on top. Such. Boom, boom. Okay, there you go. You're good to go. That's how I pack my pack. Hope this was cool for you guys. Appreciate it joining us on this live stream. This was just something I wanted to do. I've been making a lot of videos, getting back on trail. Just wanted to touch base, say hello to everyone, hitting the trail, going back out just a couple days to hang out with some friends and so forth. But thank you for tuning in, guys. I will see you on a future live stream. Make sure you check out the new video coming out. It's going to be on the Pine Mountain Thru Hike with Cody Wonders. Check that out. Talk soon, guys. Appreciate it.